What's up, everybody? Mel here, and we're here with another insightful video. It's going to go up on the Vale Craftworks channel because I want to make this video and I'm not using any special lighting. I have fluorescence on. I haven't prepped myself. My hair looks grayer than it is, and I kind of look like a hot mess because I kind of am half the time. And you can see that there's a bunch of stuff on the desk behind me, and there's a lot of works in progress and some things like laying about in a little bit of disarray. The reason I'm making this like this is because I want to make a point. A lot of times lately, I hear about people suffering from impostor syndrome, or whether or not it has to do with a technical issue they have during a stream, or which, listen, if you've watched this channel for any amount of time, you know that there's been at least once a stream where I mute myself by accident, or something doesn't work or go as planned, and that's just the way life is. And there's nothing you can really do about it. All right, you're gonna have mistakes. Things are gonna happen. You're only human. And comparing yourself to somebody else and trying to set these expectations for some imagined level of perfection or some greater height, oh, I'm not doing something like such and such is doing, is really self defeating. I mean, it really can set you into a bad mental spot if you're not careful. Um, sure, there are days where we don't feel like we're at our best or we put out our best content or really get the best stuff out of our work out of there. Listen, I look at what I do when I paint, and I'm never at a point where I'm like, this is the best I'm ever gonna do. This is a masterpiece. I paint it to the point where I feel like if I put any more onto it, I'm gonna lose the feel of what I want to have. And I know that there's other techniques out there and other things out there that I just haven't learned yet, or tried yet, or been inspired to try yet. And that just kind of goes with the territory. And like I've said before, if you think you know everything and you're ever at that spot where you feel that you've reached perfection, then you're kind of fooling yourself because there is really no such thing as perfection. There's a point where you say, well, no, I really feel good about this. That's awesome. But as long as you realize that there's always more to learn, there's always more to do. You can always add some things, and you should always strive to try to improve on what you're doing. Strive to be better. Now, I could go into so many different ways in which we can apply that, but for the purpose of this video, I'm going to keep it to dealing with imposter syndrome because I think too many people today get stuck into this, I need to be like such and such. Um, Look, you may not pull in the numbers that Tim the Tatman's pulling in. But then again, there's been times where I first started watching Tim that he wasn't pulling in the numbers that he's pulling in. And he didn't change anything drastically. Yeah, he moved. That's not a change. Well, okay, that is a change, but that's not a change in what he was doing on stream, so to speak. You got to find your own groove. And I mean, Tim's a good example, and I'll use him as an example. He used to play Fortnite with Ninja and Lupo. They all used to primarily stream Fortnite. And then when they branched off into their own games, Lupo's doing very well in Tarkov, Ninja's doing whatever Ninja does. And Tim's been playing Call of Duty Warzone because he likes it, and that's kind of where he found his groove. And that's how he expanded his audience, because he found his own groove with something else. Look, whether you're going to try to be whether you're gonna try to be successful at one game or another, or painting, or building models, or whatever, you're going to have other people that have done it or that are doing it and that are going to be, hitting a bigger audience or whatnot. It's not to compare yourself and hold yourself up and say, well, I need to reach this standard. If you want to take inspiration from them, awesome. But yes, we can all improve, but don't hold yourself to such a high standard of saying, "Oh, I'm not like this person, I'm not like that person," that you wind up putting yourself in a bad mental spot. We all make mistakes. Issues are going to come up during stream. Streams are going to be canceled because we're having a bad day. I don't like to stream if I'm having a bad day. It's okay. You don't have to. But, that's all there is to it. And this idea that somehow if I have to wear this kind of clothing, I have to do that is going to make me, you know, get an extra 15 follows in one day or have somebody else over here sub to me. That's not what it's about. Be yourself. And don't be afraid to be yourself, no matter how you feel like you're looking that day or whatever. If you don't want to use a webcam, don't use the webcam. But the only thing I can say to you is just be real to yourself, be honest with yourself, and don't beat yourself up too much for stuff that happens. You're not always going to think of things, you're not always going to get everything right, and you're going to make mistakes. That's life. And I mean, that's half the fun of life, too. You do what you can with what you got, and you always try to do the best and make the best of a certain situation. Because God knows, if anything 2020 taught us, it's shit can get really bad. But don't let it get to you, so don't let it beat you down and make you feel like crap, because you're better than that. I know you're better than that. So, this video, normally I'd say the normal thing of like, subscribe, hit the bell button, which I did. Okay, that's out of the way. But truly, if you feel that somebody could benefit from seeing this or hearing these words, send it to them. Don't make a big deal about it. I don't care if you spam it around, but just send it to them, because people do need to hear this more often. It's a matter of really also mental well-being. Don't let things get into here too much and occupy space here that don't need to. These things pass, and you'll be okay. Trust me, I've been there. Anyway, listen, thanks for taking your time to come visit my little corner of the internet. I'll see you around. Mel out.